and where down we go.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Night Riders Podcast. We'll give you the 411 on all the nonsense going on out there. First hand, I have to apologize. My voice is a little cracky up. It is starting to get a little cold in here in Texas, so the weather change is kind of messing it up on all of us. I know it affected my daughter. She was sick a couple of days ago. A lot of people at work were sick. So now I'm the one that's sick now, which is sad, man. I was killing it at work too. I was showing them how it's supposed to be done and all that, and then I ended up getting sick. So, but I mean, get a little break. I did work about a whole week straight, staying till almost 11 at night. So, like I said, drill baby drill. It may be looking like that. Them hours are gonna be coming back up. Like I said, I just hope that they don't try to screw us over on that OT. I'm crossing my fingers that they take taxes away, but we'll have to wait and see what happens. In this episode, I'm gonna be talking about the stuff that happened here in my hometown, Huntsville, Texas. Huntsville, Texas, if you guys don't know, is the home of Sam Houston. If you don't know who Sam Houston is, he is the one who basically defeated Santa Anna in the Battle of San Jacinto War in 1863, or prior to that. No, 1863 is when he passed away. We have a big statue off of 45 to resemble the gratitude that this country has for Sam Houston. He is the first and third president of the Texas Republic. He signed the Declaration of Independence for Texas. So that's where I live. Growing up, it was a small town. No crime, no nothing. You able to sleep with your doors open, like actually open, not just unlocked, open. I remember one time that happened with us, and nobody would bother you and stuff. But most recently, like I stated in my previous videos, on my way to work, I listened to the radio and I listened to the crime rate that the police gives the radio to let us know what's going on around this town. And more recently, crime has been going up. So I still just started doing a little diggy, because I'm like, man, this is not Houston, San Antonio, or Dallas. We're not big cities. Our population, if I'm not mistaken, is up to 40,000 people. It was 10 years ago 38. That's 10 years ago, so never mind. It has to be more than 40,000 people now, because another thing is this is a college town. Sam Houston State University is one of the biggest schools in Texas. It's behind, I want to say, Texas A&M. I know Texas State is probably like number 2. Well, let me correct myself. Sam Houston State University is number 2 on the criminal justice program. It has been like that for a long period of time. So, but we have like a lot to do with criminal justice. It's like one of the main things here. We have 11 prisons. We have our new police department, which has grown, and I think it's going to get bigger. Our main jail center is getting bigger. So it's getting up to Huntsville. It's getting up there. Huntsville will soon be, will soon be part of, I'm looking at maybe about 10, 15, possibly 20 or more years, it'll be part of Houston. The way everybody's growing, the way we have all these Californians coming over here. I did hear that Trump is passing. I don't know if it was Trump. No, not Trump. I'm sorry. Governor Abbott, the governor right now for Texas. He is passing where locals in California are no longer allowed to sell their home over there and come purchase property down here. That was one of the biggest things that they were doing. They were purchasing properties here, which was not fair to us, because homes were going up high. The prices for them were going high. Property taxes was going so high that a lot of people couldn't pay it no more. So that is one thing. I think that it's fair. It's not right that you sell your home over there and then come over here and buy 3 times the home that you have over there. So that one I believe is fair. So, but like I was going back, the crime rate when I was a kid was nowhere near what it is now. you wouldn't hear much. I mean, you have traffic stops and all that, but you wouldn't hear about robberies and all that right now. If someone robbed you, it had to be someone that you knew. It had to be a family member, but majority of the time, a family member was just going through some kind of phase. They was doing, probably drugs or something. We got a little addiction problem and stuff like that. Most of the time, members of the family would get together and help that family member out. But if not, we would just leave it alone. But most recently, going back on November 16th, we had a drug bust. At 8:05 p.m. It was a normal traffic stop. So the driver was a female. She was 23 years old. And she had a male passenger. He was 24 years old. So both of these guys were in their early 20s. And they just threw away their life, basically. So I'm assuming, allegedly, that she was speeding or something. And it was at 8:05 p.m., like I said. And so when the police officer pulled her over, she must have been acting a little funny, trying to hurry up. So he brought the drug dog out, and they found in that car 137 pounds of methamphetamine. Now, methamphetamine is, if you don't know, it's like a little powder that they can make pills, like your Tylenol, stuff like that. It's mainly used to help cure HGH and help obese people, kind of help them lose weight. But if you abuse it, which a lot of people mainly do that, it is crystal meth, hence the methamphetamine. So obviously that's what and so realizing that is like these cartels are still doing. I say allegedly. I'm not sure where these drugs came from, but I think because she was coming from Houston. They're both from Houston. They came down here, so that's closer to the south. So it's obvious that they're still doing drug businesses around here. They're still delivering big, obviously big orders like that. 137 pounds. Now that exceeds about $1.2 million worth of drugs right there. And so both of these people are facing first-degree felonies. So they're going to be locked up for a while. It's sad, man. It's sad because they're in the early 20s. I understand life is getting hard, but you just don't throw away your whole early 20s like that. Struggle like I struggle. I ain't struggle. I lived with my mom in my early 20s, and I had straight out of high school. I struggled to find a job straight out of high school. I won't deny that. But got in the oil field thanks to a homeboy. Kind of fell apart. But anyways, but thanks to him, I got in the oil field, and I didn't start off making great money or anything. I started off at the bottom and just working my way up. And that's how it is. In that company it may not be. I was with this company for about 7 years, even though in their books they consider me 4 years because I left for a couple months. And but I was there 7 years, so it is what it is. You just gotta work, man. Don't lose faith. Don't. I know it's easy making good money like that, but you won't always get lucky, and it shows right there. So moving on to the next one, another incident that happened. This happened on Monday. This past Monday, I want to say it's the 23rd, 24th, maybe the 25th. I can't remember, but a random civilian. I guess he was going through some tough times or something as well, and he just allegedly attempted to rob a gas station, a liquor store, or whatever you want to call it, but he robbed that out. And I saw the video. He was very violent. He attacked everybody. People tried to help the clerk, but he attacked them all. He had a 45 on him. He was pointing it at people. But shout out to other people that try their best to help out. But it's hard. I don't know if this guy's from here in Huntsville. They haven't released nothing. They released the video. They're tracking him down. But that's the point I'm trying to say is, man, don't give up on yourself. Life is hard for everybody, not just you. You just gotta find a way to get back in your feet, man. There is jobs out there that were willing to pay, maybe not much, but they're willing to give you an opportunity, and you just gotta prove it. You just gotta show up and do what you gotta do, man. You know, I even at jobs that's stressful. You know, I had to deal with some people at work that just stress me out sometimes too. But at the end of the day, it's just a job. We get paid to show up and do whatever we have to do. As long as everything's correct, that's all that matters. So he is on the search. So looking at these the past few weeks, and I did, you know, like I said, I listened to radio, and then the crime, there's always some kind of assault or robbery here now, and you never hear that back then. So I started looking into it, see what was going on, and then the crime rate in Huntsville, for Huntsville, Texas, has a high crime rate than a national average small town. Meaning, like, you know, any other small town is not that bad, but for Huntsville being a small town still, it's pretty high. It's up there. So I want to say our crime rate is higher than Conroe, and Conroe is way bigger than us, but I'm not 100% sure on that. Don't take my note on it, because I haven't really found a radio station for Conroe to be listening to their crime rate, you know, or I haven't really even looked into their crime rate over there. But I did run into some people over there, and they do talk, but most of the people there that talk to me about their crime is basically physical abuse, relationship abuse, stuff like that. It's not, nobody has ever said anything about you know, theft, robbery, property robbery, stuff like that. It's always just physical abusement. So you just got, on that point, you just got to make sure you learn this person before you get serious with them. You know, learn. That's one thing I hate. People always try to hide themselves till about 6 months later. They start showing you their true colors and stuff. You know, man, I think you should just be yourself right from the start. And if they like you like that, let's do it. If not, man, just move on to the next. It's that simple. But I guess people just want to be liked, and like I said, it's just horrible. So our violent crimes here in Huntsville for assaults, it's a estimate of 363.4%, either percent or resident. I don't know, but it's a high number. For murders, it's 2.1%. So that's luckily that's low, but there has been some murders here. I do remember in high school, I was a freshman or sophomore, but it was one of my beginning first 2 years in high school. And this one girl, she was a senior, and I think it was physical abuse relationship as well. And she was trying to leave the house or whatever, and this person grabbed a knife and slit her throat. So people do get crazy. People are crazy out there. So you just gotta, like I said, you just gotta learn how they are first before you get into any commitment with them. So there have been 74.8% of rapes here in Huntsville, Texas. So there is some psychos out there, and you gotta be safe. There was one time I got up back when I used to go to the gym. I got up at 4 in the morning. Like, I used to go early, and some girl was walking. This is when I lived at my mom's house. It was close to the statue, and there was one girl. She was scared. She had hollered at me, and I was scared. I was like, "What the hell?" At 4 in the morning. And she was asking for help. She said she needed to get back home. The people that she was with abandoned her here, and she was studying school in Houston. She was from Cleveland, Texas. Yeah, Cleveland, Texas. And she needed a ride home. And I was like, God damn, this early in the morning to take. But I was like, I'll get you home then. And but she was telling me what happened. She said that she went to this late night bar here in Huntsville called Shenasties. Well, it's called Shenanigans, but we all call it Shenasties because it's a very little nasty place in the restrooms and all that. No, the people, after a couple of drinks and stuff, there's a lot of fights break down. Always in the parking lot. If you TikTok or YouTube it, you'll see all the videos of people who fight in the parking lot for Shenasties. And so she was explaining to me that she met some guy here, and they were just giving her drinks right after another, and she was just like very scared. And she told me that one of them was trying to physically abuse her right then and there for everybody, and so she was scared. She was scared out of her mind. I mean, imagine. And then the people that she came with took off. That just left her. I think her phone was dead at the time. I think they weren't picking up because she called her mom and let her know. Her mom had no way of reaching or coming over here. I think she had no vehicle at the time, or it was under maintenance. And so she called her mom, let her know that she found a ride, and the mom started talking to me and let me know, I guess trying to find out if I was really a good guy or not. Excuse me. But I told her, she asked, how far is it from where I live to where she lives, and I looked it up on Google and it said it was only about 40 minutes, so there was no worries. I'll help out, but yeah, you gotta be careful out there. For robberies, because like I just mentioned, we did have one recently, but the percentage for robberies is going up. They looked at it a couple weeks ago, it was only like 20-some%. Now it's up at 34.2% for robberies. And this isn't property. This is all violent crimes. This is done in commercial properties and stuff. So this is done in, I'm not gonna say broad daylight. Well, maybe, yeah, because the video I saw of that dude, it wasn't broad daylight. It was daylight out there. So I guess it's just random activities when people just, there was a bank robbery a couple years back here too, and I don't think they ever found that. No, they did find that guy. They found that guy, and he had robbed the bank that had just recently opened here in Huntsville, and they found that he had robbed. He dressed up as Santa Claus, like the movie Friday After Next. He dressed up like that, so he covered his face. He had everything covered up, pretty much like this. He had gloves over his hands. You couldn't see nothing, so you couldn't see what race he was. You couldn't see anything. So, but they found him. I think someone noted to the police officers that they saw a man changing out of clothes, running, and it was come to find out that he had only robbed $1,200. Like, wow, he did all that just to rob $1,200. Like man, that's like a paycheck for somebody working in the oil field, working, for 50 hours. So it's like, man, like I'm saying, man, you just, instead of just doing dumb things, just get to work. Just get up and go to work. I know it sucks. I hate it too, but I have a responsibility. Everybody has a responsibility. I don't know if these people are, I feel like these people are just giving up and they're just like trying to get easy money. So everybody is different, but I don't see how you can do that. Throw everything away for just a couple of $100. So property crime here in Huntsville, and this is where random people go to your house and steal. And this one I think has been happening a lot. I know one of my cousins told me that they got robbed. Nothing personal, just like pistols and little souvenirs that you probably get like $100-$200 off of it. So for burglaries, the percentage is 215.9% for that. So that's I think that's a lot. Like I said, for property crimes, most of the stuff I think I would say is just young kids just being dumb and stuff. I mean, I understand, but you do stuff like this, it can hurt your record, your felony, and then you would be struggling to find a job for real. And then you get into them low-paying jobs, and you have to stay there for years until you get to a good job that you can get good benefits and all that. So for thefts, it's only been a 1,400. Like someone walking down the street and someone stopped you and took all your money or your personal belongings that you have at that moment. It's 1,404.4. So that looks like a low number, but like I said, we're a small town, and so for that to me seems pretty high. I didn't think that there would be people just robbing people like that out of nowhere. So you just gotta be careful, man. I guess you gotta stay strapped now. Go get your license, man. I think I'm gonna get that too. I'm gonna get my license to carry and buy myself a little small little whip and just keep it on me at all times, because you never know. You know, it's crazy out here. Motor vehicle thefts is 203.1%. So that seems a little fair, but mainly motor vehicle thefts is mainly, you know, people that try to take it and take them apart, sell them for parts and stuff, because parts are now very expensive as well. I know my truck needs a brake change, and I'm looking at $200 something, but that's on Amazon, and it's not that cheap, but it's not that expensive either. But I know if I buy it from here, like O'Reilly's, AutoZone, I'm looking at already $60-$70 just for brake pads. This that I got on Amazon is a whole set. The front disc, the back disc, the pads in the front, the pads in the back, all the assembly stuff on you. So 250, I want to say. So that to me is not that bad, you know. So you just gotta find your ways to make it. Like I said, man, don't give up. There's ways out there. There's a lot of ways. Tires. I know tires are very expensive right now, but I bought tires recently from SimpleTire.com. All four high terrain, 285, 70, 60, R20, $800, and that it's $700, but the insurance $800. You know, you gotta have the insurance. You know, you never know what can happen. You know, a tire might pop on you, or you hit a nail or something. So you gotta have that insurance. So $800 for all four, you know, and all I had to do is just take it somewhere and pay. I think it's this kind of tire, I want to say, does it for free. So you know, there's your nicks, there's your wigs out there. You just gotta find it, and like I said, don't give up. You know, you gotta be smart. You gotta be smart on this stuff. You know, you think like how you would manage stuff like that. So yeah, that's pretty much all we got for today. I know there's a lot of stuff going on this weekend. It is Thanksgiving weekend, so yeah, be safe out there. The cops are going to be high out there. I went to the store earlier this morning, and I saw about 15 cops just on my way to HEB and back. So yeah, be safe. They're stopping for any reason. If you don't have your seatbelt on, they're stopping you. If they see that you're looking down, they're stopping you. They're stopping for any reason. And these right now, the holidays is going to be high, some high. Tickets are gonna be very high, very expensive. So yeah, be safe out there. Yeah, stay strapped, man. Yeah, keep it easy. You just hope and pray that stuff like this doesn't happen to you. But if it does, then you just stay calm, man. Stay calm in the moment and let it pass. But thank y'all, man. Thank y'all for watching this much. Thank you for support and love. Y'all take it easy. Happy holidays, and I'll catch you on the next one.
And where down we